Hi, if you have got a Cricut machine and want to learn how to make your own cards, then keep watching because I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous 18 butterfly birthday card. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the craft and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you become your own designer and get the best out of your Cricut machine. And today we're looking at making these gorgeous cards. So this is a butterfly 18 card. It's multi-layered and it's made with my butterfly numbers. I'm going to drop the link to those below. There's also a butterfly alphabet, but this set is gorgeous. It's got loads of different layers, but I've just used one layer and duplicated it several times and made the contours so that you've got different colours coming through. So we've got there a lilac layer, a green and a pink, a top glitter layer, and we've made the card. I made this card on my Cricut Maker. You could also make it on the Cricut Joy because I made it with A4 cardstock. So the card's not massive because we've worked with connecting letters together. So if say you made, I don't know, a number 7, you could make it double the size, but you need the width for your numbers. So you've got to remember that you've got to double it to get it on your card mat. If you don't want to use the base and you want to buy a base, so for example, I make a lot of my cards using these bases. So you could just make that single layered and pop it on there. Then you could make it bigger. You could make it as big as you want, as big as the card. But for this is the size we're working on. Unless you've got a 12 by 24 mat and you've got big card, then you could do it even bigger. So what we need for this project, so you're going to need white cardstock. This is quite, I think it's like a 240 GSM, so it's quite a good cardstock so that it's sturdy enough to make a card that will stand. Then I've got the glitter cardstock and 3 different colours of card. They're all in A4. What I've also used is some glue. I've used sticky pads. I'll drop the links to all of this below. And I've used my Nuvo Drops crystal drops. And that's what gives you that dewy effect on your card. It's just a bit of detail really to finish. I also put some detail on my butterfly wings and I used my Printassa acrylic paint pens. Such an easy project. So what we're going to do is we're going to nip onto Cricut Design Space and let's get started. And first of all, we are going to upload our files to Cricut Design Space. So this is my butterfly alphabet. I'll drop the link to that down below and you can grab that, get rid of the sidebar, and there you go, go in and upload your other one. Now, the first thing I've noticed is in the sizing is one just seems a little bit chunky than the other. To remedy that, all you're going to do is go to the offset tool and add a tiny offset, and it only needs to be super tiny. So once you've done that, get rid of the original and just change that to black, and now you can see that they're the same thickness. The next stage is to join your letters because we want to create this as one seamless letter. So duplicate your number 8, then you're going to go to the contour tool and you're going to remove all the contours and click apply. You're going to position it where you want it. I'm just going to hover over the corner and tilt it ever so slightly and position it there. Now, it is actually better if you position it, duplicate and then remove contours. It makes it easier, but I've done it the wrong way around. And then you can slice that out, and you're slicing a solid image out of your first letter. And what that does is it enables you to pop that back in and weld those together, and they look seamless now. So there's no lines overlapping, which you don't want because it looks messy. And now you're going to start to build your card or make your background. So you're going to go into the offset tool at the top and you're going to drag your offset and make it quite big because this is going to be the background to the card. Once you've got that, you're going to go into your contour tool, hide all contours and click apply. And now we're going to duplicate the offset layer. So move the 18 out of the way. That's been duplicated. Go up to the top bar to flip and flip one of your layers. We're going to put them side by side. And now we're going to select all and we're going to go into the arrange bar. So just select all, right click and select. Right there, move that out of the way. That's in the way. And then go up to the arrange tool or align, and we're going to align them bottom, and that will align them so they're straight. Now I'm going to go into the shapes bar and I want an oblong. So I'm just going to grab an oblong there. I'm going to go to the top bar and ungroup it and drag that down. And I've made sure the 2 top bits are touching. I'm just going to add this little bit in the bottom here so that it stands up. I did try to join it all together, but it just didn't look right. So this actually works so much better. You just want to make sure that you've got it so that it stands up. That's the aim. So once we've got that where we want it, then we're going to just position it. I'm going to drag it a little bit bigger so that I've got a bit more of a flat base. Then I am going to select all and weld that together in the bottom right hand corner. And that now is one image, and that will cut. So you've got to make sure that that does cut on a 12 by 12 mat. So it's got to be the right size. So I've just undone that and repositioned it a bit there, but I'm happy with that. And then when I pop my 18 on, you can see that it fits, and it's also going to fold in half, which is really important. Now that it's not the right size on my mat, so I'm just dragging it the right size, and then with your fingers on your trackpad, you can then scroll in and make your mat size 12 by 12, which is the size of your cutting mat. So you want it to be 12 inches along the top. So once I've done that, I'm going to change the colour of my card white. That's what I'm cutting on. But then I'm going to have to go to the bottom right hand corner and click on background colour. I'm going to change that to grey so I can see what I'm doing. And now I've got my first top layer of my card. That is going to be cut in glitter cardstock. But I want to make a few more layers. But I don't want these layers to be offset. I want them to be exactly the same size. So I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to remove some contours. So go down into the bottom right hand corner to the contour tool, and I'm going to click on some of my butterfly elements. So I'm going to remove all of the colour of my butterflies and make those pink. So for those tiny dot bits, I can do that in the sidebar easier. For bigger areas, you can click on the image. What you've got to remember to do with this new contour tool is click apply. It's so frustrating because you spend ages removing contours, and then if you click off it like you used to do, like I did then, you lose them all. So you've got to go back in and do it again. So make sure you apply. Once that's done, I'm going to colour that. So I'm going to click on it, go up to the top and change the colour. So that'll be a purple or a pink. You could, whatever colour you want, it doesn't really matter as long as they're all different. But I like to build it up as I'm going to cut it. So now that contoured layer, I'm going to duplicate it. And it's really important that you duplicate the contoured layer. I'm going to put that layer into position and just drag that down so it's behind my white layer, and you can see that. So now we're going to remove more contours, and that's why it has to be this layer, because otherwise it won't work. So I'm now going to remove the contours just off my flowers. So again, these are a bit bigger, so I can do it this way. If the petals are smaller and they're fiddly to click on, which they are, I've clicked on my image, I've got to click on that to get that back off. You can go into the sidebar and do it also. So you've got those two options of removing your contours. And it really is just whatever option you find easier. So I'm going to go through and I'm trying to get rid of all the contours of this flower. So it is fiddly. And once that's done, that layer is finished. So again, click apply. Make sure you click apply. Honestly, it drives me mad when it all disappears. So I'm going to duplicate that because again, that's the layer you need to duplicate, the layer you've just contoured. I'm going to colour it, and I'm going to pop that coloured layer, that my new layer, in. And as I drag that to the back, so it wants to be in front of the back white layer, you can see now how the contouring works to create different colours. So this one, I'm going to hide all of the contours, and then I'm going to open the two middle bits of the 8 because you don't want those to be closed, but that's the quickest way to do it. And look, I didn't save. So again, hide all, click on the two middle to open those up and click apply, and that will give you that contour layer. So once you've got that, colour that, and I'm not sure what that's going to be, but maybe a green. So we're going to try that, and the beauty of the layers and doing it this way in Design Space is you can see what it's going to look like in the colours you've chose. So I'm going to pop that in and drag that just by dragging the sidebar so I can drag it into the right position. And once I've got that, it's ready to cut. So I'm just going to make sure that it is sized correctly. Once it's sized correctly, I will send it to print and cut. So I'm going to cut the top layer in glitter and all of the rest in cardstock, with the back being white and the rest being all coloured layers. But it's a super easy way to build a card. And once you're in this page, then all you do is set your pressure. So I'm doing heavy cardstock on more because this is first of all my card layer. My glitter card I will set on glitter settings. So I am cutting out my card. This is on A4, so you can see this is going to be the size of the card there. It's quite not so deep, but to get the length in. And there you go, you can see that's cut out on A4 perfectly. So here we are, it is cut out. So what I'm going to do is just reverse weed it, and when you reverse weed it, it just flips off. And this is quite a sticky mat still. And there is my card. So what I'm going to do is use a ruler to score the inside. And there we've made the base of our card. So now we're going to cut the rest. I'm going to use my brayer to attach my card to my mat, and I'm using a green cutting mat, but these just last so much longer, so I just really prefer using those. And now I'm going to send this next layer to cut. So I'm using a lilac and a pink, and I'm going to use a white glitter for the top. So we have got several layers to cut through, but it's not a giant letter actually, but it's going to be beautiful. And you don't have to layer it, but I think layering just adds a bit of texture to the card. So we're all cut out, and here is the card. So there are ways, as I said before, of making it bigger. I'm going to build the top of the card first, because I'm going to build that with glue, and then we're going to put the top on after. I've got my glue here ready, and I'm going to build it from the forward back. Always going on the back of the layer before, and the reason you want to go on the back of the layer before is because then I'm not going to get glue anywhere that I shouldn't. And then now we can pop it on the back of there, knowing that it's not going to affect anything because we've put it where we want it to be. There you go. So we're going to pop that on there. And you can see it's really starting to shine through now, the design. And then this one, we've left the flower open. And you need a fine tip, because when you're going around those edges, you don't really want something that's going to splurt a load of glue out. So if you keep your tip quite fine, that really, really helps. Build that. I will drop the link to my butterfly numbers below so that you can get hold of those. This is a really gorgeous set, and I've got a multi-layered set, and then I've got a different butterfly alphabet. I'll drop the link to both of them. One's an alphabet and numbers, one is just a number set, and that's got loads of layers, but you can just use your top layer. Don't want to miss any bits. There you go. Pop that on there. And this is so pretty, so you could just mount that on that. And for me, that makes a great card. I'll just put some little dots on and you've got a card. But if you want to make your card as one, then you would make it like this. But you've got both of those options. So I am going to pop that on with sticky pads to give it a bit more depth. Thought I'd cut that, but I hadn't. Use your hook to get your sticky pads off and mount that on there, and you've got a birthday card. It's just brilliant. Now what you can do now is add a bit of detail. So I am going to add a bit of detail, and I'm going to add crystal. I've just tested them out there. I'm going to add some crystal drops. So these are just Nuvo drops. They're self-leveling crystals, and they're just like a little bit of a glitter gel. You just pop them on and off like that. I've gone too near with that, so let me just get that off, or split it. If you just use your hook, you can manipulate those quite well, and then that dries. I think I've managed to salvage that. So just drop it on and off like that. So the only thing now is I'd say that my butterfly looks a bit plain. So all I'm going to do for that, I don't want to do too much, but I've got these pens. Right, now you can swap the ends on these. So I'm going to swap the end. When you see there, should have a wet wipe handy, but I haven't. Now I've got a fine tip end, and you can just, I really don't want a lot, I just want a tiny bit of detail. And there you go, that is so pretty. So when they dry, you can't touch them until they dry. They do take 5-10 minutes to dry, but when they dry, they will dry so they're hard to touch. They're just beautiful. But there you go, there's your card, and that was really easy to make. And how did you find that project? It's easy, isn't it? And it's just about making sure that you connect your letters to make it easier. I mean, obviously you could cut out 2 separate letters, but when you're connecting them together, that's how you're going to make your layers, and it's how you're going to connect them to make an offset for your background. So you've just got to get your head around that. I'll share some more card tutorials down below, and also, like I said before, you could have made this on your Cricut Joy Extra. So I'm going to drop the link to my Cricut Joy Extra review. It's new in the office, and I've just done an unboxing, so I'll drop the link for that as well, so that you can see what you can do with that little machine, because it is fab. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.